Greg here, Sticky Wicked Designs, also Jeepers for CMS Made Simple Dev Team. Okay, this is for Sibola Mountain. It's a custom module. This is looking at the front end functionality in terms of login for specified users and what they can do once they're in. So I'm going to pop in under one of the accounts just for demo purposes. See if I got it right. Good. So I'm in. When we're in, the key thing with this whole setup is that it's critical that it be really optimized for phones and tablets. So we're building this one off of Bootstrap 3. And as you can see, when it scrolls down, we just retain a few of the options from the main page, lose some of the sidebar, we get our navigation pulled in, and a few other items. So our log in, log out, we'll expand back, and we're going to go and take a look at adding timesheets. This is one of the kind of key features of this whole system. So when I go to the timesheets page, we're presented. Again, we pull in the navigation on the side once we're into the defaults. We've got action buttons. We'll take a look at each of them in terms of how they respond once we get to smaller. So that side's gone. We still have our functionality. And then when we go through the process of actually creating a timesheet, it's pulling in everything for us. We've got it laid out in a few different ways, or a few different considerations in terms of optimizing the screen. So on the larger screens, we are putting things side by side. On smaller screens, we're going into more of a linear format. So the example carried through, we get down to a certain point, our sidebar will go. And then the form elements themselves go into a stacked presentation. The table that we have here is now in a scrollable format. And then all the other fields in the remainder of the form continue down, and our submission and cancellation buttons are also there once we get down there. So we really keep things so they work nice and well as we go. Ability to add more crew, that the crew is actually an auto type or autocomplete, so it will pull in from the context manager. It's just a matter of you start typing first few letters of somebody's name, whether it's first name, last name, it will present a list for us of matches. When we get into some of these other elements, so again, let's do that. Now, once we select, it's there. When we're filling it out, depending on what's selected, so if it's a full day, it's pretty straightforward. If they're a supervisor, again, full day, there's nothing really to calculate because they're, the wage rates are already set for the individuals. But if we're going into partial day, they uncheck full day, and they're entering in just decimal values for each of these elements, which pulls in. And then all of that will be used later for calculations in invoicing and stuff of that nature. So really, really nice slick feature that's pulled in there. And what else? So as we take out, it just removes the field for us, keeping it really nice and compact as we go through. And each of these, if you add a row and you don't need it, just that's what the trash can's there for. Get rid of it. It's a calendar. It's a date picker that we've got worked in. Work type, we have certain types that are available. Settings, we pop those in as well. So really it all comes in quite handy for us. That's it. When we submit, the timesheet goes in and the administrators get notified. And then the list of timesheets that somebody has entered will be available on their page when they come back to it. So where we first clicked on to create a new timesheet, that would actually have a table that represents everything that they've got. So it would just show up down here. that's it. Some of the account options, they can pop in and make some changes. They can change their password, alter some of that stuff, and they can log out at any time as well. So there we go.